Hi, how are you? Welcome to Gold Nugget, JAW_success. If this is your first time to the channel, let me welcome you. If you have already subscribed, let me thank you for joining me on this growth path. Today, my nugget is you will succeed. Now, many of us, we don't know how to succeed, but success starts with trying. It starts with putting something in our minds, telling ourselves that we can do it, and go after it. That doesn't mean that there is no challenge in what we are going to be doing. That doesn't mean we will not face obstacles. It doesn't mean that everything will go smooth. There will be difficult times and there will be hard times. In fact, if we don't have support, if we don't have a network of people to support our dream, sometimes it becomes even more difficult. It's not impossible, but it's difficult. Now, a lot of individuals who we see as being successful today, they had to pay their dues. And some individual never really had to pay any dues because of their family background, who they were associated with, and who leave them, as it were, a legacy. So in that sort of setting, it is not paying a due, it's just building upon what exists or what was there before. For the remainder of us, however, who do not have that kind of setting, who do not have that kind of background, we're going to have to gain something in our minds, and we're going to have to tell ourselves that we can do it, and we are going to have to set out on the path to doing it. We can't just tell ourselves that it can be done and leave it there. We're going to have to work towards it. It is that working towards it that this nugget is based upon. And this is why I'm saying to you, you will get better at it. Now, getting better at anything means that we're going to have to do it more than once. And oftentimes, when we do it the first time, the second time, the third time, we will fail or we will find it difficult. But as we continue to practice, as we continue to invest ourselves, our time, our energy, our effort, as we keep asking other people for advice, as we keep investing even the little money that we have, we begin to see a kind of traction that see us moving in the direction that we want to go. That is what this nugget is saying to you. You will get better at it. Now, take for example, I decided a couple weeks ago that I am going to start biking to work. I'm going to start riding my bicycle to work. Now, in my area, outside of dealing with the cold, outside of dealing with darkness sometimes, because darkness is up until 8 o'clock some days, or even up until 9 o'clock in the morning, and it gets dark by the latest 3 o'clock, 3:30. So we have to deal with the darkness sometimes. Or in some area, there are sometimes we have to deal with the snow. And for those of you who know the British weather, sometimes you can have all four seasons, as it were, in one day. So you have to deal with the snow. Whatever the reason, I decided I'm going to start biking to work. In my area as well, to get to where I work, there are hills to go up, right? And if I choose the shortest distance, I'm going to have to face the two steepest of those hills to get to work. Now, in riding out the first morning, outside of dealing with the rain that was falling, the cold weather, and the wind that was blowing, I had to deal with these hills. The first morning, it was raining, but by the time I got up the first hill, it is as if you could not differentiate the sweat on my brow from the rain that was falling. And eventually, by the time I got to work, my head was spinning. I got off the bicycle and I could not move off. My legs were wobbling and the place was just spinning around me. My heart felt as though it was going to jump out of my chest, and it's as if I was dizzy. Now, that was the first morning. That happened to me the second morning. That happened to me the third morning. And it happened to me the fourth morning. But on the fifth morning, I got off the bike and I said to myself, you did well today. Why did I say to myself, you did well today? It was not just because the symptoms or the experiences that I had in the first 4 days was not happening to me. No, they weren't happening to me. I was still sweating, but I was not as dizzy. The world wasn't spinning around me. I got off the bike. I just latched it to the safety post and I walked away from the bike. Not only did I not feel the symptoms of the previous 4 days, my riding time had improved. I got better at it. Why am I using this analogy? It's because everything we do in life is going to start out with some level of challenge, and it's going to cause us some level of fatigue. It's going to cause us some level of wanting to give up. As a matter of fact, the second morning I rode out, the only reason when I got to the top of the first hill, because how the hills are, is that you ride up the first one, and by the time your legs got a little chance to rest, you're already ascending the second one. So it's as if you got no time for your legs to say, okay, I've gone up this hill and then I'm going to go down and then I'm going to go up another one. That's not how it is. It's going up, breathe just a bit and going up further. That is how life is. By the time you come out of one tunnel, you're going into another one. And the only individual who survive or become successful at going through tunnels is the individual who accepts that this is how life is. It's a series of challenges, and develop the kind of stamina that will cause them not to give up, or for life, in other words, to draw the energy out of you. And so I am saying to you today in this nugget, you will get better at it. The first day is going to be horrible. The second day is going to be horrible. The third day is going to be horrible. The fourth day is going to be horrible. And some individual might take a little longer than 5 days to get a little bit accustomed to the ride. And this is what I'm saying to you. You may take a long time to get accustomed to the ride, but if your heart is in it, your spirit is in it, if you tell yourself, this is the dream I want to accomplish, this is where I want to go, this is what I want to do, and keep practicing, keep putting out the effort, you will get better at it. Because now, after 2 weeks, or should I say 3 weeks of riding to work, I no longer have any of the symptoms that I had on the first morning. Now, I would not sit here and lie to you that my muscles or my legs have not gotten aches and pains. That is how life is. When you develop the stamina to do certain things, you will feel aches and pains. But after a while, those aches and pains will be no more. And you need to now push yourself to a new level of challenge, a new series of challenges, because that's how success is. Success is building upon our past achievement, our past glory, as it were. So once you start pushing yourself, you will get better at it. Sometimes many individuals say, I don't have time to read a book. But you will be frightened to know that if you take up a book and you just go 1-2 pages, you will be frightened to know that if you continue that 1-2 page, after a while, you'll find your book starts stacking up of what you are reading. If you decide to learn how to play an instrument, you'll be frightened to know just from the little 2 or 3 minutes, hours that you spend in the practice, you get better at it. That is how life is. You will get better at it. even with communication, even with speaking with people, even with doing our job. A matter of fact, there is nothing in life that we will ever accomplish without first starting, growing in our knowledge base, increasing our learning, and continually practicing. If we achieve any success in life without having to do anything over and over and over, repetition is what builds success. A matter of fact, I was taught as a youngster that repetition builds character. You don't get up today and be good one day and everybody accept you as good. You have to continue in your goodness for somebody to say, this is the character that the person have. This is JAW saying to you, you will get better at it. Keep pressing, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Make the effort, go after it, and you will become better. You know, I look at this channel and in my first nugget, which I think I did it in 2019, right? And I'm now, this is probably the 118th nugget in the channel. And I'm saying to you, if you have been watching me over the years, you have been realizing that little by little, I'm getting better at my ability to speak, my ability to be involved in my nugget. And at the end of the day, you probably will see me on some stage giving a presentation, talking to somebody, because as we progress, as we get better at certain things, door open for us. So this is where I want to close with this nugget. If we fail to get better at the things we do, doors remains closed. But if we get better at what we set out to accomplish, doors are open to us. Even on our jobs, if we get better at what we do on our jobs, we find out that to whom much is given and they do it well, much more will be given. Promotion comes because we get better at what we do. Money comes because we get better at what we do. Friendships are increased. Relationships are strengthened because we get better at what we do. We get better at speaking to our spouses. We remain married longer. I'm not saying it will forever work, but it will get better. We get better at managing our money. We get better at doing stuff. Anything, just get better at it. And as you get better at it, it becomes more profitable to you. Your peace of mind, your mind becomes more relaxed because you are getting better at it. This is JAW saying to you, by all means necessary, create a way out, because as you create, as you get better, as you work at it, as you put some effort into it, as you put some life into it, as you put some zest into it, guess what happened? You grow and you cause others to grow. And as I said, doors are open unto you. This is what I am looking forward to. As I get better in these nuggets, they will open doors for me. And as you get better in whatever you set out to do, whether it's be your education, your relationships, your relationship with God and man, your money, your time management, playing an instrument, learning a new skill, as you get better at it, doors will be open for you. Because guess what? Nobody keeps practicing and end up staying the same way. We all get better at what we do. My riding time to work has improved. The climate hasn't changed. The hills haven't moved. They're still the same. But guess what? I am improving. I am now riding and looking all over the place, and I'm still getting there. Not sweating anymore, not breathing as hard as I was the first morning. My chest is no longer jumping, or my heart is no longer jumping out of my chest. Why? Because I'm getting better at it. And this is what I want to say to you. Get better at it. Because as you get better at it, life becomes better for you. God bless you. Bye.